What if I told you the happiest country on earth is also, in some ways, the most sinful? Finland, year after year, is #1 on the World Happiness Report. It's a place with beautiful nature, amazing schools, and people who are known to be a bit quiet. But underneath all that, there's another story. A country that loves coffee, enjoys alcohol, and isn't shy about a good bet. Here, people happily sit naked in super hot saunas with strangers. That's not exactly what you picture when you think of calm Finns, right? Studies that rank countries by sins like drinking, gambling, and how much coffee people drink often put Finland at the top. How can a country that's so safe and happy also be so into these things? The answer is more complicated than it seems. To understand, we need to look past the headlines and into everyday Finnish life. Calling them sinful is just a fun way to talk about it, but it's a cool way to look at Finnish culture. From endless coffee breaks to government-run gambling, Finland shows a great balance. People get their freedom, but everyone also looks out for each other. We'll look closely at this seemingly perfect society, not to judge, but to understand. This story isn't just about bad habits, it's about being honest, trusting each other, and having a special way of being happy. Get ready to have your ideas changed as we find out amazing facts about daily life in Finland. What looks like a bad habit from the outside is often a much-loved tradition on the inside. In Finland, happiness and sin aren't opposites, they're just two sides of the same coin. Let's start our trip into the heart of the happiest sinners on earth. Finland is known for its geography. Lots of forests and almost 190,000 lakes. Nature is a big part of what it means to be Finnish, giving them peace and places to have fun. But this calm land is also very modern, with lots of cities and advanced technology. Helsinki is full of cool designs, music, and new ideas. Finland gave us Linux and Nokia. Finns easily go from rustic cabins to high-tech offices. This mix, being close to nature but also looking to the future, shapes who they are. Finnish society is built on honesty and trust. Babies sleep outside cafes, and lost wallets are returned. It's a place where things work, and people respect each other's space. But the sins are part of daily life, managed and accepted instead of hidden. The same government that gives great healthcare also runs gambling. People are quiet and reserved, but they also have lively drinking traditions. These aren't problems, they're part of the system, controlled and mixed in a special Finnish way. To understand Finland, you have to accept these mixes. Here, order and fun, old ways and new ideas exist side by side. What's the result? A society that works well and is super interesting. Let's see how these mixes show up in daily habits. If there's one legal addiction that all Finns share, it's coffee. Finns drink the most coffee in the world. Up to 9 cups a day is normal. Coffee isn't just a drink, it's a social event. They're at every get-together. By law, workers get 2 coffee breaks a day. Almost as important as lunch. Forget fancy espresso. Finns like simple, light-roasted filter coffee, made in big pots. Saying no to a cup is a little rude, though no one will say anything. Coffee is what brings people together in a quiet society, a reason to meet, even if it's silent. It keeps the country going through long, dark winters and helps them be super efficient. While outsiders might think this is too much, in Finland it's a loved tradition. Coffee is comfort, community, and survival all in one. It's less about having too much and more about connecting and being strong. The coffee pot is the heart of every home and office. In Finland, coffee isn't a bad habit, it's a way of life. Finland's relationship with alcohol is shaped by its past and how it's controlled. Strict rules and a government-run store, called Alko, still control sales of anything stronger than beer. Even with rules, Finnish drinking culture is known for being extreme. Not often, but very intense. The word pants drunk describes drinking at home, alone, in your underwear. Younger Finns are drinking less, with craft beer and wine becoming more popular. Laws are slowly getting looser, but the government's practical approach stays the same. Control it, tax it, and use the money for good things for everyone. Alcohol is both a way to let loose and something to be responsible about, managed rather than banned. The mix, a society that values order, but also allows for wild fun. It's an honest talk about pleasure and responsibility. In Finland, even sin is handled with openness and trust. Walk into any Finnish store and you'll see slot machines. Gambling is everywhere. But it's not a free-for-all. It's a government-run monopoly called Veikkaus. The idea: if people are going to gamble anyway, let the money made from it help society. Every euro from gambling helps support arts, sports, science, and programs for young people. Gambling becomes a civic duty, not a dirty secret. Some people say the system makes money from addiction, but the discussion is still going on. The Finnish way walks a fine line between being practical and being socially responsible. Is it better to control a bad habit and use the money it makes for good? For now, gambling is normal, regulated, and part of daily life. In Finland, even temptation is managed for the good of everyone. To understand Finland, you must understand the sauna. With over 3 million saunas for 5.5 million people, it's a national tradition. Saunas are everywhere, from homes to parliament. It's a special place for cleaning, relaxing, and thinking. The ritual: sit in a hot wooden room, throw water on stones for steam, and sometimes gently hit yourself with birch twigs. After sweating, jump into a cold lake or snow, then do it again. Being naked is normal, not to shock, but for cleanliness and comfort. In the sauna, everyone is equal. Titles and status are left outside the door. To outsiders, this might seem like a forbidden thing, but for Finns, it's about honesty and trust. Important decisions and friendships are made here. The sauna breaks down social barriers and helps people be open. What some see as a sin of public nudity is actually a key part of how Finns stick together. It's where the quiet Finns can finally open up, in body and spirit. The sauna makes everyone equal, where everyone is just human. In Finland, being vulnerable is a strength. Visitors to Finland often notice the silence, not awkward, but peaceful. Finns are comfortable with quiet. Pauses in conversation are normal and respectful. Personal space is important. At bus stops, people stand meters apart. This isn't being unfriendly, but a deep respect for privacy and doing your own thing. Finns are direct and honest. Small talk and flattery are rare. If you ask how they are, expect a real answer. Being honest is more respectful than telling polite lies. This culture of silence and directness creates a lot of trust among people. Interactions are simple, efficient, and clear. It's a quiet rebellion against all the noise of modern life. While not a sin, this way of not following normal social rules is very Finnish. Silence, space, and honesty are the base of their society. In Finland, less talk means more trust. To understand how Finns think, you need to know about sisu. Sisu is a word that can't really be translated, a mix of courage, toughness, and stubborn grit. It's the spirit that helped Finland survive harsh winters and build a strong country. Sisu explains the Finnish way of life and even their sins. Enduring a hot sauna or a long, dark winter is sisu in action. The welfare state shows sisu a safety net, not a hammock, built on people taking care of themselves. High taxes are seen as a group investment in fairness and opportunity. This works because there's deep social trust. Everyone helps, everyone benefits. Sisu is about doing things instead of just talking, being tough instead of just comfortable. It's the secret ingredient that balances Finland's different sides. Sisu turns possible weaknesses into strengths. It's the quiet power behind a happy, strong society. So, is Finland the most sinful country on earth? Not at all. Calling them sinful misunderstands a culture built on trust, honesty, and being practical. Coffee, alcohol, and gambling aren't signs of things going bad. They're managed, part of daily life, and openly talked about. The Finnish lesson isn't about having too much, but about balance and responsibility. Trust in the government and each other allows for smart handling of these habits. Happiness here means feeling content, safe, and free to be yourself. The real strengths are simple: good schools, reliable healthcare, and a sauna to sweat away stress. Next time you hear about Finland's sins, remember the bigger picture. Gambling profits fund the arts, coffee breaks are a legal right, and being naked in a sauna is about equality. Finland shows that strength comes from handling problems with wisdom and trust. The happiest people on earth are those who've made peace with their daily sins. In Finland, happiness and honesty go hand in hand.